If I lost every credit card that I own and I had to start over from scratch, these are the only 5 credit cards that I'd pick. No games, just cards that cover everything from food to fun. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the only 5 credit cards that you need in your wallet to maximize your rewards, no matter what you're spending on. We'll cover cards that give cash back, cards that earn travel points, and how to build simple but powerful setups that earn something on every single swipe. You might think you need 10 or 20 cards to make credit cards worth it, but you'd be wrong. These 5 categories are all you'd need. Every wallet needs a strong foundation, and that starts with a great catch-all card. This is going to be your default card that you use on anything that doesn't fall into a bonus category. It needs to be simple, reliable, and still give you good rewards. The first up is the Citi Double Cash card. It gives you 2% cash back on everything. 1% when you buy and 1% when you pay it back. And that shouldn't matter because, as we all know, you shouldn't be using credit cards unless you're paying off your debts, because no amount of cash back cancels out the amount of interest you'd be paying if you don't pay it off. This card has no categories, no rotating gimmicks, just consistent return on all your purchases. It has no annual fee and even comes with a welcome bonus. This bonus is a standard $200 for spending $1,500 in the first 6 months. And although it's not the biggest bonus, that's free money for what you'd be doing anyway. Now, if you're looking for something more premium or a card that leans more towards travel, the Capital One Venture X is a beast. You earn 2x miles on everything, but it gets even better. You also get 5x on flights and 10x on rental cars and hotels booked through Capital One Travel. And if you've ever used the travel portal, Capital One is completely different. They offer price matching, so you guarantee getting the best price available. Now, yes, it does have a $395 annual fee, but it's easily offset by a $300 annual travel bonus and 10,000 anniversary miles every year. Those points would equal to at least $100. This basically cancels your annual fee if you travel at all. Plus, you get priority pass lounge access, global entry and TSA pre-check, and strong travel protection. The welcome bonus is a huge 75,000 miles if you spend $4,000 in 3 months. This would be worth at least $750 in travel, but with my experience using Capital One, I've easily gotten 2 cents per mile, meaning that same bonus could actually be worth up to at least $1,500. So whether you want to keep it simple with cash back or level up with travel perks, one of these 2 cards should definitely be the base for your catch-all. From here, we're going to be building the rest of the wallet, starting with most people's biggest expense, food and dining. For most people, besides housing, food and dining is their biggest expense. So if you're not earning rewards on it, you're literally leaving money on the table. Let's start with the no annual fee option, the Capital One Saver. This card gives you 3% on grocery stores, dining, streaming, and entertainment. Plus, like the Venture X, it gives you 5% cash back on travel through the Capital One portal. There's no categories, there's no limits, and there's no annual fees. Just consistent cash back on all the fun stuff. This card's welcome bonus is the standard $200, but you only need to spend $500 in 3 months. To most people, that should be easy to do. And here's something most people don't know. If you also have the Venture or the Venture X card that we talked about earlier, you could convert the Savers cash back into Capital One miles, making your rewards way more valuable than if you were just redeeming them for cash back. Now, if you want to go even more premium and earn even more, you're going to want to check out the American Express Gold card. This card is a monster when it comes to food rewards. You earn 4x on restaurants and 4x on supermarkets, on up to $25,000 per year in grocery spend. It does have a $325 annual fee, but it's easily offset by over $500 of credits and benefits. These could be redeemed from Grubhub, Dunkin', and many more places. They can easily help reduce or completely cover your annual fee. The welcome bonus is 60,000 points after spending 4,000 in 6 months. That's worth at least $600, if not more if you used it for travel. So whether you want the simplicity with the Saver or serious points and premium perks with the Amex Gold, your food, groceries, and takeout are completely covered. Next up, let's talk about cards that change the game every few months. Rotating category cards. First up is the infamous Discover It Cashback. You earn 5% cash back on rotating quarterly categories, on up to $1,500 worth of spend every quarter. This is good because let's say you pair it with the Saver or the Amex Gold. After you spend that $1,500, you're able to fall back on that 3 or 4%, meaning no matter what, you'll always be earning rewards on your spending. And here's where it gets crazy. Discover matches all your cash back for the entire first year of opening this card. So after the first year, if you're able to rack up $300 of cash back, they'll completely double it automatically. There's no annual annual fee, and the categories aren't some random places. They often include places like Amazon, gas stations, grocery stores, and many more. It's a no-brainer for stacking cash back, and with Capital One recently acquiring Discover, who knows what's to come with these two companies. Next is the Chase Freedom Flex. This one, like the Discover, also gives you 5% cash back on rotating categories quarterly on up to $1,500 a quarter. But the difference on this card is that you actually get 3% cash back on drugstores and restaurants year-round with no limits. It also comes with cell phone protection, and the welcome bonus is the standard $200 if you spend $500 in the first 3 months. Both cards require you to activate the bonus category each quarter, but in both cases, it takes less than 30 seconds to activate them. If you're someone who likes to plan ahead, these cards both let you earn up to 5% cash back where it counts, and they pair perfectly with the catch-all card to fill all the gaps. Not to mention, if you already have other Chase cards, the Freedom Flex cash back could be turned into points just like the Saver. You can do this if you have any of the Chase Sapphire cards. Next, let's talk travel. These are cards that give you big points, along with lounge access and benefits that make flights and hotels way more rewarding. If you travel even just a couple times a year, having the right card can completely change the experience. From earning points and getting lounge access and travel protections, these cards pay off fast when using them correctly. First up is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This is one of the best entry-level travel cards on the market. You earn 5x on travel booked through Chase, 3x on dining, and 2x on general travel. The welcome bonus is 60,000 points if you spend $4,000 in 3 months. But this bonus is known for changing all the time. We've even seen up to 100,000 points for spending $5,000 in 3 months. But the standard bonus of 60,000 points can easily be redeemed for up to $750 worth of travel just through Chase's portal. But like I said with the Capital One card, if you know how to use these points and you go to their respective travel partners, you can earn easily up to 2 cents back per point. You also get primary rental insurance, trip delay reimbursement, and baggage protection. These are benefits you don't usually get on lower tier cards. And best of all, these points are super flexible. You can transfer them to airline or hotel partners, or redeem them for just cash back. The annual fee is just $95, making it an absolute steal for newcomers. This is also slightly offset by an annual $50 hotel credit, so your effective cost is really only $45 a year. Now let's talk about something a little more premium, the Capital One Venture X. We already talked about the bonuses and benefits for this card, so there's no need to reiterate them. But again, a $395 fee, which after the bonuses of a $300 annual credit and a 10,000 point annual anniversary bonus, you're essentially getting paid $5 to hold this card, along with all the other benefits, so I don't see why you wouldn't hold this card. So if you want flexible points and low fees, the Sapphire Preferred is the way to go. And if paired with the other Chase cards like the Freedom Unlimited or the Freedom Flex that we talked about earlier, you could use the famous Chase Trifecta to rack up some serious points. But if you want the full luxury experience, the Venture X is one of the best travel cards out there without reaching the crazy annual fees that you see now with the Chase Sapphire Reserve or even the Amex Platinum. Now let's wrap things up with 3 bonus cards that most people overlook or don't even know about. These last 3 cards don't fit in a single category, but they're all super powerful in their own way. First up is the Citi Custom Cash. This card's like a cheat code if you spend heavily in one area. It gives you 5% cash back on your top spending category each month on up to $500 worth of spending. There's no rotating categories to activate. The card automatically figures out what you spend most on and uses that to redeem the 5% cash back on. There are a bunch of eligible categories, including gas stations, dining, supermarkets, and many more. The welcome bonus is the standard $200 if you spend $1,500 in 6 months. There's no annual fee, and this card fits perfectly for any setup, especially if you're trying to fill a gap or double down on a specific category. Next is the famous Built MasterCard. This is the only card that lets you earn cash back on rent without paying any transaction fees, and that alone makes it incredibly valuable. You earn 3x on dining, 2x on travel, and 1x on everything else. And of course, most importantly, you earn 1x on rent up to $100,000 per year. There's no annual fee, and the points can transfer to top travel partners. These include Hyatt, American Airlines, United, and you also get perks like cell phone protections, Lyft credit, and even access to a unique feature called Built Rent Day, which on the first of every month, you earn double points on anything that's non-rent. So that would be 6x on dining, 4x on travel, and 2x on anything else. One important rule to remember on this card is that you must use it at least 5 times per statement period to be eligible to earn cash back on rent. There's no welcome bonus, but if you rent, you're earning cash back on something that you would have been spending money on regardless, which in my opinion makes this card a must-have in the right setup. This last card is amazing, but it's still not available to everybody. And this is the Robinhood Gold card. And this one is crazy. When it launches fully to the public, it's expected to have a 3% cash back on everything. There's no categories, no limits, nothing. There's no annual fee, but the card requires you to be subscribed to Robinhood Gold, which is $5 a month or $60 a year. Now, since there's a super long waiting list, we don't know what it'll look like once everyone's able to get it, but if it delivers as promised, this will be the highest flat rate cashback card on the market. It would render cards like the Citi Double Cash useless. Now, although there's no official welcome bonus and there is an annual fee, if you already use Robinhood Gold, this shouldn't matter much. So to recap, use the Citi Custom Cash for a specific category, the Built MasterCard for rent, and the Robinhood Gold on everything else. And that's it, the only 5 credit cards that you'll need. With these cards, you're covered on everything from everyday spending to dining, rent, and travel. No games, no confusion, just straight up reward. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's a card you think should have been on this list. I reply to every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.